Hey guys, it's Mark and Mike here from Bettors. We're here to bring you a message from our friends at Blue Chew, a message all about confidence.
Which is something we don't have in our picks.
Speak for yourself, Michael. This message, though, is about confidence knowing you'll be ready to go when your partner is, and that you'll be able to go a few extra rounds if needed. Now, Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as both Viagra and Cialis, but it's in chewable form, and it's way cheaper than the alternatives.
Blue Chew's tablets are a performance enhancer for the bedroom and can help any man gain extra confidence when it's their time to perform. My favorite part now is that they have Vardenafil mint flavored chewables with the active ingredients in Levitra and Staxin, so you can stay hard and fresh.
Minty.
And as Mark said, Blue Chew is an online prescription service, so no doctor's visits, no waiting in line, no weird and uncomfortable conversations, and it ships right to your door in discreet packaging. It's a very simple process. You sign up at BlueChew.com, you talk with one of their licensed medical professionals, and once you're approved, you receive that prescription in days. And Mark, what's the best part?
Well, the best part to me is that these tablets are made right here in the USA. And we also have a special deal here for our listeners. Try Blue Chew free when you use our promo code DELIGHT at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's BlueChew.com, promo code DELIGHT to receive your first month free.
What is up, everybody? Season 5, Episode 9, Bettors Delight. Everyone's back. I mean, what can we say? It's good to have everybody back. It's weird. I put this jersey on, go Beavs, Brandon Cooks, because it's football season. We're on a football season. Baseball's over. Basketball's dead to me. We're moving on. We're moving on. Mark, why build yourself up for disappointment?
Because I'm a Philadelphian, Greg. That's what we do. You know it. We do it with the Phillies right now. The Phillies stink. They're supposed to be over 500 right now, if you don't remember. And they're not. They're just not.
Not what I said.
So,
not what I said. Simply not what I said.
100 wins. 100 wins.
I
Here
said
we come.
by the end of these next two series is on Sunday, you will go 4-4. You're at 8-8. You're at 500 or 4-0, not 4-4.
Well, you got to win 4 in a row now. Matt, welcome back. We missed you.
Good to be back. Glad to be back. Sports are bad. I'm just gonna. The elephant in the room, Rory McIlroy ruined the lock streak. I'm not going to count it, though. It's going to be asterisk, 7-0 asterisk 1, because I was not here when I gave it, so it doesn't fully count. So it's a 7-0 asterisk.
It was a bit of a lazy pick. It
was a lazy pick. It was a bad lock of the week. I wasn't here. It doesn't count. So I'm still 7-0.
It may not count in your world, but at bovadasportsbook.com, it 100% counted. 100% counted.
Completely disagree. I mean, it's not fair. I wasn't here. I don't even know who made that pick. You guys might have made the picks. You guys might have made the picks for me and just did that Chat GPT stuff. Like, I don't even know. I don't know what's going on here anymore. Hey, it's all AI.
Speaking of Allen Iverson jersey right here. Thank you. Appreciate the shout out there, Matt. I got the shooting sleeve too because I'm
just in case you got to get hot from 3 during the show.
Last Sixers MVP.
Is it on your right or your left?
Is Embiid?
It's on my right arm because I'm a righty.
You're
supposed to put it on your other arm.
Got to put it on your left.
Wow.
Your right arm's strictly for buckets if you're a righty.
You know, it's so funny. I specifically Googled an image of Allen Iverson before the show to know which arm he wore it on, and it was his right arm.
You looked at it backwards, I guess.
Yeah.
It could have been a mirror image. It could have been.
That's why I was asking. I couldn't tell. I don't know if
Mike I knew that's why Mike asked, because there was 0% chance he could figure it out looking at Mark via video.
The fact that this is backwards or not backwards didn't show it off for him, but
Listen, I at least give respect to the Sixers with the Sixers hat, but I mean, the Phillies are the most disappointing team in all of sports.
Is Embiid going to win MVP?
I sure hope not, because he doesn't deserve it.
What?
It looks like he is going to win it.
Go on, Mark.
The most disappointing thing in all of sports right now is definitely Brooks Koepka. Let's be 100% honest. We we
Kinda
were
happy he lost. I don't
taken
care.
we were taken away from a great Masters finish if he just showed up with a pulse on Sunday. I do want to thank Bovada Sportsbook. I woke up on Sunday morning and there was a cash out option for my lock of the week or for that pick. So I took it. So I actually got 10 units on that pick instead of a loss. Surprise, guys.
Fraud.
Add it to the
that
record.
works.
I did
What
the
was your
cash out.
lock?
My lock also lost. I did, in fact, mush Arsenal. They were
During
up
a
2-0.
title race.
Up 2-0, Mike.
I watched
That's
the
not
game.
on me.
I
I
watched
don't
the
even know
game.
if that's not. I don't even know if that's on me because they were a different team first half to second. It's the same as Brooks Koepka.
That's true.
Just didn't show up, but it's all good. It's all good.
To be fair, we went 1-3 in locks as a podcast last week. Very disappointing. Mike, the only one. Izzy, huge KO.
Frozen
And
like Elsa. Frozen like
I
Elsa.
guess one
Izzy's
just
back.
a vicious knockout. Insane trash talking as well post fight.
Then he made
Oh,
fun
that
of
was
his,
hilarious.
he made fun of his kid.
He did mock
Right?
Alex Pereira's kid, which it's a
I would
move.
say- It's a move, but the kid mocked him first, right?
Yeah,
So,
I mean, eye for an eye.
so that's it. That leaves it open. If you're there, that's like a playful
And-
mock.
and-
if he did that
yes.
without any kind of kid interaction first, then you're talking you crossed the line.
And during
The fact that the
embedded.
guy was literally knocked out, though.
But it happened to Izzy when Izzy was
yeah, that's
knocked
what
out
happened
in
last time.
kickboxing.
Yeah, that's what happened like 6 or 7 years ago. The kid fell like on Izzy. He was awake at that point.
How old?
The kid was
how
like
old is
5
the
or
kid?
6. Now he's like, I don't know, 12.
He was
No, no.
5 then. Now he's like 10, 11.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh man, that sure is gonna scar him for life.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one.
But no,
He's
Dad's just laying eyes in the back of his head in the middle of the octagon, and you're getting made fun of.
What I'm saying is,
Izzy.
all
we know when
last-
his villain origin story
Yeah.
started right there.
Yeah.
all last week though, like they were like doing the embedded that they do on YouTube every week or every like big UFC pay-per-view, and they were like rewatching the video, like Pereira and his kids, and they were like laughing about it and stuff. So I say it's deserved.
Yeah.
All right, so I didn't know that.
Actually, yeah, that's definitely deserved. That.
Because then after the fight, Pereira was like Pereira just came out with a statement like yesterday, and he's like, "Oh wow, I can't believe like he would do like he's just also a child, all that stuff." I was like, if you weren't like watching it, like supporting it last week and laughing about it, then I would be like, all right, he probably shouldn't have done that. But
Yeah.
when you're laughing about it during
I
the
also-
fight week, and then that happens, it's fair. I think that's fair game.
I'd
Yeah, it's
like
definitely
Pereira
fair game.
more if he would have came out now and said, I mean, he beat me and it was funny.
Yeah.
Like if he said that, I would like Pereira more. The fact that he said that now, I don't even
Yeah,
like
like
him. at
called
all.
him like a child,
mean,
and
it
stuff,
is-
which is fine. It could be childish. That's okay. But
Oh, it's definitely
It's
childish.
definitely
There's no doubt about
but,
it.
but yeah,
You're
I
a
mean,
30-year-old man talking trash to a 10-year-old.
laugh about it
Yeah,
last
but you
week.
fight for
child.
a living. You fight for a living. Come on.
Yeah. Laugh about
I-
it last
listen,
week.
I listen-
Don't play victim this week. That's all I gotta say.
Trash
Exactly.
talking in all of sports is okay, and because it is eye for an eye situation, it's hard to say that he's wrong for doing it.
Is this
Can we
back
talk about this?
Oh, go ahead.
Shaq said Angel Reese was the best athlete to come out of LSU. Shaq, you're the best athlete to come out of LSU, dude. What are you talking about? You're you're a top 10 basketball player of all time. Like, get out of here.
10's close, but sure, yeah.
It goes Jordan, Kobe, Wilt, Stockton,
missed like okay.
Tim Duncan,
Bow
Dirk
out from
Nowitzki,
Like Mike.
Shaq.
Shaq's definitely up there.
What a top.
Bow Wow
10.
from Like Mike.
What a
Yes.
top 10.
Calvin Cambridge. Calvin Cambridge is definitely up there. And who was who did the other guy play?
How many?
Who was the other guy? Who's
Chris
that
Webber?
actor?
And Like Mike? I don't know.
Yeah, the main actor. He's in a bunch
Tea
of
time?
stuff.
Tracy, tea time?
Tracy, yeah, but who's the actor's name?
I don't know, man. That's your job.
Yeah, this is why you're back on the show.
We don't know this kind of
Is
stuff.
Like
I
Mike based on Michael Jordan? Yes.
I think if we were gonna say like movie trivia question and Bovada put lines up on it, you'd be the heavy favorite in most categories.
I mean,
Morris
you just
Chestnut.
There it is.
That-
Morris
yeah.
Chestnut.
you
It only got a
you asked
5.3
chat-
out of 10 rating.
well, of course it did. Super Mario also didn't get a good rating, and it's killing it with the audience and at the box office. So
I heard everybody. So a different podcast I listened to, the guy brought his kid, and he said it was really good for the the children liked it, but it was really good for the adult fans in there too. Like it had a lot of nostalgia, and it was like very very fun to watch.
Did a 30-year-old man talk trash to his kid in the movie?
Their Twitter account keeps
Stephen
tweeting
Che.
at me.
Maybe.
Their Twitter account.
Super Mario one?
Yeah, I think I followed them or something. Like what they tweet at me like once every 2 weeks. I don't know. I'll show.
Maybe Bowser's a listener. Bowser and Waluigi.
Jack
I wish
Black.
Waluigi was a listener.
Yeah,
Waluigi's the
Waluigi's
man.
Bowser and Lyrical
He's the best.
Lemonade join forces in the name of love.
The best Mario Tennis player of all time, Waluigi.
Oh,
And it's
dude,
not.
I was literally
questionable.
playing it 2 days ago on my Switch, and I
Yep.
was playing with Waluigi.
He's
I
the
love
only
it.
one.
There's
Marcus,
no
are you
one
drinking
else.
the Surfsides?
I am. Got the peach tea, which is nice.
I like the lemonade. The lemonade's been my go-to. Shout
I
out
already
Surfside.
finished those two. Those two lemonades were delicious. It was my first time getting this
not-
pack.
Dude, I love that they have the 8-pack of the iced teas now. So you got 2 regular, 2 vodka or 2 peach iced tea. You have a lemonade and then you have the Arnold Palmer.
Yeah, exactly. It's fantastic.
Do you know Jack Nicklaus is still alive?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, dude. That
He ripped that ball
News
down.
to
me.
He ripped the ball down the fairway.
He could still beat us, no doubt. No doubt
without
he
a
would
doubt.
dominate all 4 of us on any
You know who
course
he could
we take him
probably
to.
still beat? Tiger.
Oh, true. That's
Don't-
a good
don't.
point.
Don't.
That's 4
He's
units.
fine.
4 units lost
Listen.
on Tiger last week.
Like I said in text, I don't blame Tiger. I blame Brooks. Okay, Tiger. The weather was not set up for him this week.
Oh, is that what it was?
I mean, he's breaking the record for making the cut. Just unbelievable on half a leg. But
my
this guy, he's a warrior. He knows when to withdraw. And
Is he ruining his legacy by continuing to play?
It's a
absolutely
good question, Matt.
not. Absolutely
I think
not.
he might be.
No,
Well,
Everyone's
not.
gonna remember limping Tiger at the Masters, not when he
Nobody
won.
wants to watch.
gonna-
Nobody wants to watch him maybe or maybe not make cuts anymore.
Listen,
That's not what I
what
want
do you
from
mean
Tiger.
maybe or maybe?
I
If
wanna-
he's playing at the Masters, he's making the cut, Mike. History has proven he makes the cut.
Absolute luck.
No,
this week.
he
they
beat
let
Rory.
that rain.
Yeah,
They let that
Rory.
rain go a little bit longer.
I mush Rory.
He beat a
That's
lock of
on
the week.
me. I mush Rory.
Lock of the week for top Irishman, and Tiger's out there beating him. This
I
guy,
think I texted saying Shane Lowry top
I don't
We'll
think so.
we'll
We can
revisit that.
check. Yeah, well, look, I don't think. I think we would have vetoed it based off Bovada odds to begin
Sure.
with. But
Also, John Rahm's beard is so high up. Like it's like under his eyes. You ever see it? He's got a high up beard. No one else think that?
yeah, I mean, I could see what you mean by that. There's no doubt.
Look at it.
It's a great beard. It's a full, nice beard. It's definitely like a little bit higher up. Like it's like up to here. No one else thinks this.
I mean, no,
Now
I
I
get
gotta
it.
look it up.
I see what you're saying. I know.
He's playing in the RBC Heritage. You know what? That dude's got class. What he said when he was like, "I'm playing in the RBC for the kids." Like, you know, for the kids that are going to come out. He's like, I made a commitment. I'm doing it. Like, don't you think kids are going to be like, want to come out and see, like, the guys, like, he just won the Masters. Like, that's why he's playing in the RBC Heritage. So, shout out John Rahm.
I think you should say RBC Heritage one more
It
time.
could be a little bit lower.
I'm playing there this summer. It could be lower, right?
Could
It's
be
a little
bit
high.
lower.
But I'm playing that course this summer. So,
that's awesome. That is incredible. I want to play there. I got to take my pops there one time. It's like a bucket list for me to do that. When you're down there, definitely hit the lighthouse and the little restaurant underneath it because it's
I
very
probably
delicious.
will. I don't really know where my shots are. Oh, what?
Dude, but
I mean,
how incredible is John Rahm? And he's playing this week down
So
there.
good.
And the fact is, dude,
Were you not listening?
do you know about his leg? Do you know about his leg?
Got 2 of them.
yeah.
Well, he was born with a club foot. So his right
Okay.
foot, when it was born, he had to have like his entire right leg from the knee down broken, like all the bones broken, so they could like readjust it
Yeah.
and cast it. And he had to keep going back for new casts as like a kid. They had to recast it because he was growing, obviously, right? Like as a baby and stuff. And his right leg is actually 1.5 centimeters shorter than his left leg. and he's the world's best golfer. Like,
Dude,
wild.
I remember another like one of the best golfers of all time. Like his left arm was a little shorter than his right arm.
It's true.
So they put the jacket on him. Shout out Shooter McGavin.
I thought you were making another Tiger one-legged joke there, so I had to and stop you.
He's a bad one-legged golfer.
Yes.
Rude.
At this point, I think that I could give Tiger a run for his money in match play.
Greg, you can't break 100.
With strokes.
Do I have
with strokes?
Do I have to
I
in
could
that
probably
game?
beat.
Listen, does he
With
have a
strokes,
cart? Is he karting or walking? Because if he's in a
Walking.
cart, he doesn't lose to anybody on this planet.
I almost
Walking
beat Matt
with-
every time we play, and I play like 3 times a year.
Walking with a caddy in the rain, I think, and I get strokes on Tiger, I think I could tie him or beat him.
Mike, clip that, tag him, send it to him, offer him some kind of money, because I would pay to see it. I think we should offer that to like FX, Hulu, whoever would air that. I want to see Matt Crone in the rain walking with a caddy against Tiger.
You got to figure, what's his handicap?
It's got to be like +6, 7, 8, somewhere up there.
And I'm a 20, let's say I'm a 22, so I'm getting 20, I'm getting like 29 strokes. If I shoot a 95 and he shoots like a 65, I win.
Yeah, but we'd have to accurately keep track of your actual strokes.
Yeah, when you don't,
which means you've never shot a 95. So there's no way that's
100%
happened.
have.
When you
100% have. I shot a 90 once.
When you find the ball in your pocket and somehow right around where you thought you hit it.
The man thinks we believe him. It's nuts. It's crazy. Well, we will believe you, Matt.
Just because I hit my ball before it goes into the woods, unlike you guys into the woods, it's easier to find. So
I think if we looked at all the drives from the last time we played, I was in a lot more fairways than you.
Yeah,
but.
yeah, and Dad hit 3 of 4 par 3s.
Oh,
again.
No, we're not doing that.
This guy took multiple shots on par 3s, and then has the audacity at the end of the round to be like, I hit 3 of the greens on par 3s. Like, dude, what? Dude,
the 1 par 3, he put it in.
It was a second shot or third shot?
The 1 par 3, he put it in the sand on his first shot. And he goes, let me go again. Puts it on the green in the second shot. And then after that hole, he goes, well, that's 3 greens out of 4 for par 3.
He did say that. That was a tough one.
Dude, so here, the question is, if he made it, would he have turned around and been like, hole in one, boys?
I mean, probably.
100%. 100%.
He did it. He tried to. Like, we're 3 weeks removed from that golf round, and he was bringing it up the other day when he was here. I was like, dude, you did not. He's like, yeah, but like, I hit the 3, and I'm like, that's not how it works, dude. Like,
it's close enough. All right, well, fellas, I say, with all the fun stuff aside, let's get into some of the serious business of Matt being here and able to give in picks live. We'll see if the luck changes. I can't guarantee
70-1 asterisk.
Let's go to baseball. We'll start in Major League Baseball, the worst sport of all time. Don't worry, I love the pitch clock. It's great. It's a great innovation.
Pitch clock stinks, dude. It's literally so bad for baseball.
The experience.
Let's let the guy who's been to the stadium
ballpark
twice with the pitch clock.
I went to 2 games for the Phillies during their first homestand. The ballpark experience is not the same. I also went on Dollar Dog Night, never going again. That was horrible last night. You couldn't get a dog anywhere. But the stadium experience is so much worse. From like you go to the bathroom, you come back, you miss like a full inning or inning and a half at least. Yeah. And there's no lines in the bathroom sometimes or anything. I literally was there and I still wouldn't get back in time.
Here's the thing, Mike.
What?
Here's the thing. They're extending beer sales. How exciting!
Oh yeah.
Well, DUIs just went up in Philadelphia.
Did you see
the Phillies aren't one of the teams that are doing that, but there are other teams trying to combat the loss of revenue.
Dude,
it's
the
crazy.
loss of revenue, I saw like a stat. It was going to be over like $1 million per team for the entire year just in beer sales.
Growing the game.
That's not. It's not counting food. It's not counting any other kind of drinks, ice cream, anything like that. But it's ridiculous. And like I said before, dude, you need some leeway. I mean, Craig Kimbrell today almost threw his arm out because the ump stopped him when his leg was already up mid-pitch. Like, batter was ready. It doesn't make sense.
It's you're putting more power into the umpires.
Correct.
Like, and everyone's like robo umps, but like this is the exact opposite of robo umps.
Dog, people would hate robo umps. Just so we're aware, people would absolutely hate robo umps. Because guys will miss spots by 12 feet, but because it lands in the square or the rectangle, it's a strike, and like
you don't need a catcher.
It's just it wouldn't.
Other than there's 2 strikes, you don't need a catcher. If it goes into the square, it's a strike. You don't need somebody back there. Unless it's 2 strikes, obviously.
You definitely need somebody there.
For what?
Like, it's a position.
I'd be stealing bases like crazy.
Yeah, what if somebody steals home?
Out there,
nobody on. I'm putting my catcher in the infield.
Out there running like Willie Mays Hayes.
Unless there's 2 strikes.
I feel like you're still going to need an umpire, even when they do go to robo umps, because you're going to need somebody to make the out and safe calls.
He still stays there.
Let's get him more involved. Get him more involved.
Supposedly the umpires would
let the umps pitch.
You know what, Matt? It's a great point. Let him pitch. You know who they should pitch for? The Phillies, who are on my card. Even money at Bovada against the Reds. Even money against the Reds. What? Even money? The Reds are projected to be one of the worst teams in baseball, and we have the 4th highest payroll. I don't care who's on the mound.
We played Lodolo like 4 times, and he's given up like 4 hits against us. But
I'm taking the Reds minus 120.
I have the Phillies on my card.
Now, that's disrespectful.
Yeah, that's just gross.
I'm trying to mush them. I'm trying to mush the Reds. I'm trying to do something here to bring the Phillies back to life.
Gross.
But he's a lefty. I don't know if you guys have seen our lineup when we go up against lefties, but that's gross. So, yeah.
Which doesn't make sense because we aren't lefty dominant anymore. With Bryce out of the lineup, we really aren't. Schwarber and Stott and Marsh. That's it. Everyone else bats right-handed. So what's the problem?
I don't know, dude. They don't put Marsh in. Pache doesn't hit anything. It's like he's up there with a pen.
Whoa.
Don't even get me started about Pache. One of the worst. I know they won that game, Mike. Was it the Saturday game against the Reds that they won the 9th inning?
Yeah.
When Pache got thrown out or got tagged out on his way to third.
Oh yeah, that was the worst base.
Easiest call to see live ever. Easiest call to see live.
You can tell if he got tugged or not from the angle that they showed.
His reaction, where the guy was,
he was out. I absolutely got tagged. I don't even know. I saw you guys arguing.
Greg said.
Why did they even review it?
He knew the immediate call.
Because the ump made the wrong call. Yes, I did. I knew he was out right
from his couch. Was like, yep, out.
Absolutely. Yeah, I wasn't even sitting on my couch. I was standing behind a couch at a party, and I saw it. Look at these peepers. Look at these peepers. He's gonna thick these glasses are.
Greg was standing like an umpire behind the couch. He was like, balls and strikes as the game's going on. They're like,
Greg, it's a new thing.
Cow
jumping.
I attribute at least one loss to Pache already. I feel like it was his first or second game. He went 0 for 4. All 4 at bats were with runners on, and like it was like I remember the announcer was like, "Here's Trey Turner leading off for the 5th time this game." That's impossible.
Not much of a hit.
Bad.
We turned the ball. I mean, who did we get him from? Who was this guy?
He was on the A's at one point. But he was on the Braves.
He was the Braves, like one of their top prospects, and then I think we got him from out west.
He's an unbelievable.
He went to the Athletics. He went to the Athletics in the trade.
He's at the least of my concerns of people not hitting.
How does somebody like that make it to the majors? There's got to be somebody that's as good defensively.
No.
All right,
he gives you nothing on the whatever.
Listen, you're right. As much as I enjoy dissecting the game by game,
JT needs to start.
Let's give out some picks.
JT,
how dare you? Best catcher.
I'm taking the Reds.
Oh, Hoppy.
Don't you dare, Matt.
Speaking of Phillies pitching, I'm taking the Pittsburgh Pirates plus 180 against my hometown Cardinals. Vince Velasquez on the mound, so I like their odds.
If you want a guy in your hit parlay every single night, Brian Reynolds, unbelievable every night. Yes, the Wrexham guy. Mike, what do you got?
I'm gonna take the Red Sox. I don't think the Rays can continue to stay undefeated. So I'm going to take the Red Sox plus 153. The Rays are currently winning.
Is Rosarina playing well?
He has like 4 or 5 home runs so far, yeah. They're all playing really well down there. I mean, that's it.
Where are all Trey Turner's home runs?
He left him in the World Baseball Classic in that fake tournament that doesn't matter that we didn't even win. He left him there.
I'm starting to agree that I
it's-
think they should not have done the baseball classic.
Well,
It's
it's
like
not
if
affecting
Pulisic
Schwarber.
scored. It's like if Pulisic scored 30 goals in the World Cup, and then proceeded to go to Chelsea and just not score for an entire season. That's what you compare it to.
Yeah,
They
but one
played
actually
10
people
games
actually
so
care.
far.
People
12?
actually care about the World Baseball Classic. Nobody
true.
really cares about Chelsea
Shut
soccer.
up. Shut up. Mike.
I was
Shut up.
Who
Jesus
cares about the
Christ.
Premier League or the Championship League, whatever it is?
Well, we'll get to those picks later. Mike or Mark, what do you have in baseball?
Unbelievable.
other
I'm
than the
taking the
Reds?
Yankees minus 135.
Wow, and he's taking the Yankees.
Yeah.
Where's your Cowboys hat at, dude? And your jean shorts.
Taking the Lakers to win the series too. Don't worry about it.
Oh gosh.
Watch. All right,
We don't
I'll
even
get
have
to that.
we don't even have NBA on the books tonight. I forgot about it. I'll add it.
We
Dude,
got
I
it.
watched-
You had to
I
have
watched
didn't
it
know
last
I thought
night,
You said
and-
it earlier.
Boy, did I not care about that game at all. The NBA is a trash product.
Incorrect.
Which
I
game
don't
did you not
agree. I
care
like-
about?
It was-
other
you
than
watched-
all of them?
I watched the
The one
Olympic
playing game was horrible, yeah, but they're the playing.
Timberwolves.
teams.
It went to overtime.
That game was horrible.
Timberwolves Lakers went to overtime.
That game. Yeah, I mean they played horrible.
I also found out Mike Conley's on the Timberwolves and Russell Westbrook is on the Clippers.
Yeah.
Found that out last
I
night.
couldn't tell
Yeah.
if you
It
were
was an
joking
interesting
or
text.
not.
It was an interesting
Nope.
text to wake up to where Matt was like, Russell Westbrook's on the Clippers?
It was like 1 a.m. too. I'm
Multiple
like,
sports podcast host here, and he just realized about a trade that went down 6 months ago.
and Jack Nicklaus, he's alive.
It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I'm on the Twins, plus 113 in that matchup. And I'm also on a parlay. I'm taking them all straight, but it's the Rays, Blue Jays, Cardinals. Rays are minus 185, Blue Jays minus 220, Cardinals minus 220, and the parlay is plus 226 on Bovada. So I'm on that as well.
Give me the Rays run line actually. Plus
Okay.
110.
Rays minus 1.5, plus 110. Mike, what else you got in baseball?
I'm on that Yankees game. I'm Yankees minus 1.5 though, plus 145. And then my final pick.
Oh, where's your Cowboys at?
my final pick
Sorry.
is
Where's your
Mike, what was
Cowboys
it? Hold on,
hat,
it was
Mike?
minus 1.5 plus what?
145. I do not have a Cowboys. hat.
Capybara.
But my final pick.
Capybara.
Shut up! I hate that song. I was talking to Mr. Blue Jay. He told me minus 1.5, minus 110. He's
Minus
back.
1.5, minus 110. No worries. Matt, do you have anything else in baseball?
Yeah, I'm going to take Spencer Turnbull and the Detroit Tigers plus 180 over the Blue Jays. Really big fan of Miguel Cabrera. I think they're going to do well. I think he's been hitting a lot of home runs. So
He's been doing all right.
he's just I'll never forget. What was it? It was opening day a few years ago when it was like snowing in
It was
Detroit.
last year.
And he hit a home run.
I feel like it's every year.
It was last
I'm
year?
pretty sure it was last
Does
year.
it snow in Detroit every year?
Every year
For
on
opening day
it
or just in
snows.
general?
No, I just meant in general.
I mean, yeah, are you serious? It's like near Canada.
It was a joke, Greg.
Why don't they do it?
No,
Why don't
you
they do it?
Detroit-
Dome?
Detroit's not close to Canada. Michigan is, but Detroit's not that close to Canada. I bet it's more than 6 hours from Canada.
Like from
My
the
car.
border?
How many units you betting here? Is this a lock of the week or what are we doing?
Yeah, like the border of Canada.
I
What's the first city they would hit? Newfoundland?
No, I assume
That's not a
I don't think
city.
it's I think Newfoundland is way up north in Canada, so I don't
Okay,
think
so Detroit is 2,262 kilometers.
Okay, well, it only takes you 3 hours to get to
I was
Toronto.
gonna say be Toronto.
Detroit is only about 1.7 miles away from the Canadian border at winter.
Say, I'm-
Dude, I'm literally looking at it right now. It's you cross a bridge. You cross a bridge.
You can literally walk from Detroit to Canada in less than 20 minutes.
6 hours.
That's so
It's
funny,
gonna
dude.
take you 6 hours, dude. It's right there. It's like
that I
us
was a
going to
little off.
Jersey.
It's closer than us going to Jersey.
oh jeez.
All right. So,
all right, are we good on baseball then and Matt's geography? for North America?
Yes.
All right, then let's go to.
So the line's all weird. If you look at the map, it like goes like this and then juts down. Yeah, I don't know. Buffalo's
go to
pretty close to Toronto.
You figure it out. We'll go to the XFL.
That's why they play there sometimes.
We not only have the XFL this week, but we also have the return of the Philadelphia Stars and the USFL on Bovada. We have a ton of different matchups and lines. Whole lot of fun there. I can't imagine anyone's dipping into the USFL week 1, but we did with the XFL. So who knows? Mark, what do you have in football?
Yeah, I'm going to take the Stars right off the bat. -2.5, -110. This team, they made the finals last year, right?
The championship last year too.
They lost the championship too. So
I'm so happy nobody remembers that.
And they're playing the Memphis Showboats, which is a terrible
name. That's a good name.
You should have gone with Riverboats, maybe.
It's really funny that Detroit, the Philadelphia Stars, the Philadelphia Stars' home field is Detroit.
Is it? It's not. It's Birmingham. Aren't all these
they played all the games
Birmingham?
last year in Birmingham. I don't know about this year.
All of Philadelphia Stars' home games are in Detroit at Ford Field.
That's funny. That's interesting. The
Showboats.
The Showboats logo stinks. So that's a problem.
They're playing in Memphis. They're the away team.
Yeah, so the Stars will play all their home games in Detroit this season. It's a cost-saving measure. All 8 teams are expected to play in their respective cities this season, but the league decided to create 4 hubs, and Detroit is where Philadelphia is going to be. That's their hub.
They should let them play at Penn's Field. That'd be cool.
Franklin Field,
yeah.
All the USFL logos stink.
Here's a question for you. There's not even a Detroit team. So, there's no team that has
probably
Detroit.
Just an open stadium this time of year.
Yeah, but just make them the Detroit Stars then, Greg. No one really gives a...
Whoa.
Well, you're not wrong. Well, that's why I'm in the XFL and the XFL exclusively. I'm on the Roughnecks -6.5, -110, and the Defenders -8.5, -110. We're going big.
Big hit on the Defenders.
Mike, what do you have in football?
I'm going to take the Battlehawks -120 against the Sea Dragons.
Caw-caw!
Man, I assume you're on them as well.
Yeah, man. My hometown, the Dome. It's great. I'm taking a -120 money line and -1, -110, double dipping. They have.
Sad they're leaving.
Yeah, Mike's an idiot.
We did talk about it. Just a moron.
Mike's so dumb.
No defense.
St. Louis are going back to LA. What an idiot.
Sadly, fellas, as dumb as Mike is, this might be dumber. I'm double dipping on the Sea Dragons here. +1, -110, and Sea Dragons money line at even money.
I'm also on the Sea Dragons. When Matt did the caca, I tried to do a hiss of some sort. I don't know what sound.
I thought your microphone wire was going bad.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think
a sea dragon would hit. Do fishes make noise inside water?
I mean, this is a question I don't know. We have the ability to answer.
Dolphins echolocate, so they got to make some kind of.
Yeah, we all played the Sega game.
No, yeah, we did. That was a great game. But that's got to be in water. They can't do it out of water. What do they jump, echolocate, and then that's where they figure out? No.
Yeah, what's it bouncing off of back to if they're out of the water?
The sun.
That can't be right.
That's not how.
Mark, are you double dipping on the Sea Dragons?
I'm also double dipping on the Sea Dragons. They're going to echolocate the end zone, and they'll find it.
I have a question about Sea Dragon. Sea Dragon biology.
Right?
Wouldn't the water just put out the fire?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it blows fire. I don't think it breathes fire. It breathes water, maybe.
Do they spend most of their time in the water?
And what makes them a dragon if they don't breathe fire?
Are they like a seagull? They're above the water?
No, don't do that.
What about Dragonite? Dragonite was a sea dragon from Pokemon. What do you mean? What is it? Come on. Gyarados?
The first article when you look up do fish make noises is grunts, boops, chatters, and squeals. Grunts, boops, chatters, and squeals. Fish are noisy creatures.
Okay. I've never really heard of fish besides a dolphin. I swam with dolphins once, but that's pretty cool.
Does anybody have any more football picks?
Wait, I got these cookies and cream Hershey Kisses off of Amazon.
Yeah, they're really
awesome.
good. Yeah.
You
know how
making us
long
wait
they've been
there.
out?
I have the over in the Defenders game, Greg.
Capybara.
Over 41
What's
and
the
a
line,
half.
Mike?
Over 41 and a half, minus 110. Back to the overs are a little bit
Minus
lower
110.
again, so I'll take it.
Yeah. Do you have anything else?
I do not.
I'm done.
Anything else, Matt?
Done.
Mark?
No, I'm deep into sea dragon biology and stuff.
So
over
now
here.
that I'm thinking about it, is they're probably above the water and not in the water?
I don't know, they got like Leviathan type sea
Well, like
dragons.
Loch
at
Ness
first I was
Monster?
thinking like seahorse at first, right? But it's like, and they're like in the water. But sea dragons are definitely like a seagull. They're flying above the sea.
I don't know,
They
man.
just li-
Where they
beach-
live.
Think
What, a
about. I
beachfront
think
property?
Mike was onto something there with Loch Ness monster. Nessie might be a sea dragon.
Let's
This
go to
show-
soccer.
This is going off the rails. Off the
Well, no-
rails.
No one knows what a Loch Ness monster looks like.
That's
They have
my
that
point.
one weird picture where it's like out in the air somewhere.
That was Mike's 8th grade photo.
It's down there somewhere.
Mike,
Capybara.
I know Mark mushed at Arsenal on their hunt for a title. Crystal Palace, on the other hand, gigantic win.
They smacked Leeds. Leeds is going down. Crystal Palace 5-1. Roy Hodgson, we're back. We scored 7 goals. It's like the same amount of goals we scored in our last 15 before that. So I'm going to take Crystal Palace again, plus 165. Against
All right.
who are
Who
they
they playing?
again? They are playing Southampton. Southampton stinks. Going to get relegated. Palace plus 165.
Dead
They're
last.
gonna go to the Championship League.
Well, speaking of relegation, I'm on. I've officially pressed the panic button. I sent it over the weekend. The Reds are in trouble. We're in some trouble. We need. Honestly, I need Palace to take that game. We have Man United this weekend. I'm not a fan, but I'm taking the over 3 at plus 130 on Bovada in the Man U Nottingham Forest game because there's
tough.
a chance that one gets out of hand quick.
That's tough.
Yeah, their schedule's not great.
And they spent a
Not
lot of
great for
money.
this
To go
time.
back down will be tough.
Well, here's the good thing. My only other soccer pick is I'm taking Everton plus 105 against Fulham, simply for the fact that I cannot win soccer bets, and I'm hoping that I put the little mush on Everton here and we stay at 27 with them.
I'm also on Everton there, actually, because I was on Fulham last week, but they just can't score without Mitrovic, and he is still out from suspension. So
Is Linkovic-Chomovsky still on that team?
I don't know who that is. Mark, what do you have?
It's Brendan Fraser's character from
Encino Man?
Encino Man. But who's also, I love how they tie that together. We talked about that, where he in the army now, Brendan Fraser comes walking up and he says something to Pauly Shore, and he's wearing an army outfit and it says Link. So he's playing Linkovic-Chomovsky in the army now.
Wow.
It's a whole world. It's a world thing.
I mean, that is
I don't think
that's world building.
I don't think we touched on that, actually.
That's world building before world building existed. Mark, what do you have? in soccer?
Morris Chestnut was in that.
No.
I'm gonna take the Gunners against West Ham minus 1.5. That's how confident I am in them here. Plus 155. They're gonna just destroy the Hammers, send Rupert home, and just keep their spot atop the table.
Matt, what do you have in soccer?
In soccer, I am going semifinals, man. This is to get to the semis of the Champions League, so I'm excited. I'm going Man City plus 155 over Bayern. I don't think Lewandowski can do it up too good anymore, so we're going to take that win over them.
Anything else in soccer, Mike?
Yeah, I'm gonna take Liverpool minus 140 against Leeds. I think Leeds are another team I think they might go down too. I think they're buried. So
I hope so. Let Nottingham Forest stay for one extra year. Mark, anything else in soccer?
Yeah, I'm gonna take Napoli minus 120 against AC Milan. They lost this today, I believe, but they're obviously gonna come back with some fire. Also, Matt, Lewandowski doesn't play there anymore, right?
For Manchester City or Bayern?
For Bayern, he plays for Barcelona. It's like the Russell Westbrook thing all over
and
again.
City.
Oh, he's with what's his name, Messi.
Okay.
Anyways, I'm in Europa
What's
League.
your favorite Morris Chestnut movie?
I'm in the Europa League.
What do you got, Mike?
And I got Juventus again, minus 120 against Sporting. That's my final soccer.
Minus
pick.
120.
Capybara.
Matt, anything else in soccer?
Yeah. I got one more. I got Sporting CP against Juventus. I'm doing over 2 goals in that. Over 2.5 even money, whatever that means.
Not this again.
Is that where they have to tie? They have to get 2.5 exactly for it to hit?
Close enough. Mark, what do you got? Anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna take Liverpool minus 140 against Leeds. This is another one for you, Greg. Leeds needs to lose for you guys. I think they're only 3 points ahead. That relegation battle is kind of wild. There's like 6 teams that could go down. But Liverpool
not
minus
great.
140. They showed me something in that second half.
Anything else, Mike?
Nope, that's it.
You're good. Mark, you're good.
Yep.
Matt, are you good?
All good, Greg.
All right, then let's quickly dip into tennis. Very fast here. Mike, I'll start with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna start with my lock. Is in tennis this week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Lock is coming in tennis.
Yeah.
Serve it up to us, Mike. Slam it.
All right, I'm taking Taylor Fritz minus 170 versus Jiri Lehecka. That's my lock of the week.
Any
Okay.
relation to the
Nothing.
UFC fighter, Jiri?
No, they just
No,
I think they're both
no.
from the Czech Republic,
Prohaska?
but they both just have the same first name.
He's not Polish?
Jiri
No,
Prohaska?
Matt, do you have anything in tennis?
Do you know any Polish Yuris?
Yuri Prohaska. Oscar Kakashka.
You keep the money.
Bet the kitty. I'm taking Casper Ruud minus 300 over Jan taking against Jan. I want Jan to lose. Big fan when Jan loses.
Agreed.
So I'm doing Casper Ruud minus 300. Shout out Jan. Hope you lose.
Mark, what do you got in tennis?
So I'm going to go with Hurkacz plus 300. That's a lot of value on our boy Hurkacz against Yannick Sinner. Sinner's lost us plenty of bets during this podcasting's history. So hopefully the homeland can come through here with plus 300 win.
All right. Anything else in tennis, Mike?
Yeah, I just have my parlay. It's going to include Fritz there. And I took Sinner minus 400 against Hurkacz.
Rude.
And then I took Casper Ruud against Jan minus 300.
I told you.
I do want them all straight, Greg, obviously. And then Stefanos Tsitsipas minus 375 versus Nicholas Jarry. And that will
Minus what?
minus
375?
Yep. And that will come back as plus 235.
Plus
Capybara.
235.
That's the worst.
Anything else,
worst
Matt, for
trend.
you?
Stop saying that.
Nah, I'm out.
All right, Mark, anything else in tennis?
No, we're clear.
Good. All right, then let's go to the NHL. Final week of the regular season. Bovada has a ton of lines up for Thursday, but we're inching ever closer to the start of the NHL playoffs. Mike, I'll start with you.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Sabres minus 135. Them and the Penguins are battling for that last spot, and the Sabres have to win both their games. And the Penguins, I think, have to lose their final game. So I hope the Sabres win tomorrow, minus 135 against the Senators.
I'm on the Sabres minus 135 as well. Mark, what do you got?
I got the Oilers minus 500. I got a parlay. I'll just give it all to you. Oilers minus 500, Bruins minus 300, and Kings minus 240. The heavy favorites. I'm going to take all three straight, and then parlay that comes back at 127, plus 127.
Plus 127. Matt, you got anything in hockey?
Flyers, baby, minus 115. This is our year.
I'm also on that fraud franchise, the Flyers minus 115, because this is a game where you have the ability to lose and get potentially a little bit closer to a better draft lottery ball, and you won't because you're the Flyers. That's what you do.
Did you get that jersey yet?
No, the gritty 00 jersey, I did not get it. I'm on the Canucks minus 150 on Bovada as well. So, anything else, Matt, in hockey?
Nah, I'm good.
Mike?
I have the over in that Flyers Blackhawks game, though. The battle of two bad teams over 6 minus 105.
-105. Mark.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Avalanche as my final pick in hockey. They got the Kings coming, or no, not the Kings. They got the Jets. They got the Jets coming to town. Two different teams right there.
They got the snow coming down the hill.
Yeah, they're
That's
Avalanche.
what an avalanche is.
Thanks, Matt. Appreciate
Are they doing
you.
good?
I think so. They're pretty good. They're
Did they
the
win the World
Avalanche.
Cup? Did they win the
They won the
Stanley
Stanley
Cup?
Cup last year.
They
yeah.
sure did. They
So
sure
what
did.
are the
But
odds for the
You don't know
Avalanche?
sports.
Oh, I didn't. -165.
-165. All right, does that close us out in hockey?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then let's real quick in darts, 2 picks very, very quickly. Unless Matt, you're back for this week. Mike mushed my
You
pick
gave
for
me a
Nathan
loss
Aspinall
last week.
So, anything you see anything on the dart board that tickles your fancy?
I'm just happy that the PDC Premier League is back this week. You know, the U.S. Open, or what is it tomorrow?
It's the Premier League. You're right.
Yeah, the Premier League. So I'm pretty excited. I think Gerwin Price -275 is just a safe bet, and I think that he's going to take down Chris Dubinsky. So, capybara.
I was waiting for it. I'm on Aspinall again this week, -115. He just seems to win first round games, except for last week because Mike mushed it. And then I'm on Michael Smith -159. He won the European Tour event over the weekend and stops the run of Johnny Clayton winning. He's won the last 2 nights for the Premier League. So, and put himself back in a position to make the playoffs. Interesting stuff. Nobody cares. Let's go to the NBA playoffs, fellas. A playoff system that everybody loves. The play-in games are obviously electric. Matt was able to find out all the new roster updates for the playoffs just last night.
I'm looking at this Bulls team, and it is the people on it wild. DeRozan, you got Caruso, Pat Bev. I knew Pat Bev was on it though, but
DeRozan and Caruso have been there for like 2 years now, maybe 3.
Yeah, at minimum.
Did you know Delvedova is on Sacramento?
Yes.
And he's leading that team just like he led the Cavaliers.
That is
From the bench.
I saw a meme that was like, this guy, just like he led the Cavaliers to a title, is leading Sacramento to the top of the West.
Yeah, I mean, Delhi knows what he's doing.
I love a good deli.
Yeah,
Delis are great.
dude.
I haven't had a buffalo chicken
Cutlet?
buffalo chicken lunch meat in a while.
Yeah, there's a place
Yeah.
near me that does that. Very solid.
Nice sweaty lunch meat, like moist and damp in the bag.
I don't want that.
You're making this so much worse.
Love my food moist and damp.
You got me hungry at deli, and you lost me ever since.
I want my deli meat to have the consistency of like a sweaty palm.
I was about to tell you not to finish that sentence.
I wanted to make it feel like it was cooked inside someone's sweaty palm.
My God, dude, I'm about to go vegan now because of this. What is going on?
Yeah, that is.
You know what?
Jesus,
I will say where advertising works. Last night, I forget what game I was watching. I don't know if it was the Phillies or whatever. But Panera started advertising this new
Ciabatta bread? Sandwich?
It's baguette sandwiches.
Yeah, sandwich. I'm sorry. Yeah,
Almost no doubt.
palm
Those are
cooked ham?
fire.
palm
dude, I
cooked ham?
want to try the baguette sandwich so
Looks
bad.
very good.
There's almost no doubt they're amazing. Like
Is that
it
all
has
French
to be.
do? Is that what the French do? Baguette sandwiches?
I can't
Yes.
imagine they.
Dude, I got a hot dog on a baguette in France. It was
I
delicious.
feel like that would be the biggest hot dog of all time.
It's a hot
It was
was
a
it?
foot long. It was a foot long. It was so good though.
hot
It was
dog
very
sandwich.
delicious. It was on a baguette.
So that's how the French do hot dogs.
They do.
Just giant baguettes with hot dogs in them.
It was so good.
I love a good hot dog. I haven't grilled up hot dogs in a while. Maybe I should grill.
Can't
some hot
get them at
dogs.
the stadium anymore because they're too busy throwing them on the field.
Not
Wow,
on
they were on
at
the
each other.
field.
No, it was more of a food
No,
fight.
they were sharing.
But
Close
I,
enough.
you couldn't. I had no hot dogs. Yes, actually, I had 2. I had to trade buying somebody. I had to trade buying somebody a beer.
Guys, I had no hot dogs yesterday. Well, I actually had 2, but
You had more than the allotted amount for a year.
I had to make.
It's like when my wife asked me, how many beers have you had? I haven't had any. All right, I had 3.
I had to make a trade. I have to buy my buddy his first beer the next time we go out now.
You could have gotten 12 hot dogs
I know.
Yeah,
for
what?
a beer.
Dude, the lines were horrible. I had to. It was a good deal.
Dude, it's got to be miserable.
It was horrible yesterday.
You can't wait in line for anything. You're going to miss 4 innings.
Mark may miss the whole game.
Mark might miss the whole game.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back to my old school high school days where I just go to Wawa, get a sandwich, and bring that with me.
You allowed to bring sandwiches into the game?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I used to, dude. That was my high school move. Get an Italian classic, get some sunflower seeds, and then a half gallon of green tea, and just don't open it. And I was able to bring that whole thing in and just never leave my seat unless I had to pee.
When I think of Italian classic, I think of Goodfellas.
Godfather.
that's what I thought I was going to be watching yesterday. Instead, it was 38-minute video on scripture. That's unbelievable. I was told I had to watch a video. I was like, oh, perfect. I got some popcorn, and I was blindsided. It was unbelievable.
You watched The Blind Side?
If only. Well, let's get into the NBA playoffs, guys. Let's start with game 1, the game that kicks off the actual postseason. The Brooklyn Nets come to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers, and Bovada has the Sixers as 8.5-point favorites.
I'm taking the Sixers minus 8.5, minus 110. It's going to be a sweep or a gentleman's sweep. This series won't be close.
That's a lot of points, though, Mike. That's a lot of points. I don't think we beat the Nets by that many points all season until this last game where we just destroyed them with Mac McClung and the Delaware Bluecoats. The G League winning
doesn't count.
Delaware Bluecoats, right? But
yeah, you were the guy on the light post.
You're an idiot for believing that, all right?
Greg
you
got
and
catfished.
Mike, you got catfished by a
not
Phillies
catfish.
parade.
Imagine having a fan base where that is 100% the most believable thing someone could post.
It wasn't believable at all. You're just that much of a hater that you believed it.
I mean, the Sixers literally raised the banner for a draft pick, or what?
Not even for a draft
The
pick.
Sixers did not do that. The Sixers did not do that.
Oh, no, their loser fans did. Sorry.
It's like the extreme wing of fans. All right, that's the extreme wing of fans.
They're loser fans who were led by a guy that said, "Oh, I hope we never get good, so we can just keep doing the process over and over again."
All Sixers fans, Greg. That's not all Sixers fans, Greg. That's not all Sixers.
That guy's dad was a bad radio guy, and
apparently every single one of us threw batteries. We all threw snowballs as well, Greg. That's the reporting you're doing right now. You're taking a small group of fans and putting it to the entire group.
Small group of fans.
It is a small group of fans.
Because a real fan wouldn't want their team to lose for 4 seasons.
Nobody wants our team
in the second round of the playoffs every year.
They do on the Justice for Ricky Rubio podcast.
Wait, what?
What's that podcast?
Justice for Ricky Rubio. Rights to Ricky Sanchez.
Rights to Ricky Sanchez. Whatever. Look, they hate the Sixers winning.
That's the group of fans we're talking about.
They want Covington back.
Covington wasn't a... Listen, Covington's not a bad player.
He's not even in the league anymore.
Dude, he's time out. That's not true. He's on the Clippers. He's on the Clippers.
He's also on the Clippers.
All right. Well, back to this. I don't know how confident when you're playing against guys like Kyrie and Durant. I think 8.5 is a lot of points. So I'm going to take the Nets plus 8.5 minus 110.
I'm also on the Nets plus 8.5
for that same reasoning.
That just changed.
I do think, to be fair, I do think the Sixers win the game. I just think it's going to be closer. Mikal Bridges' revenge game.
True. Mikal Bridges.
Oh,
I gave him.
Wow.
Lock it up. Lock it up. Sixers minus 8.5.
Wow.
Because these two idiots are on the Nets.
Imagine that the guy who effectively ended the process because you outsmarted yourself by trading him for some guy that played one game for you essentially over the course of multiple years. That guy ending Embiid's tenure as a Philadelphia 76er. the sweet justice that would be hilarious.
This will be his last season as a Sixer, right? If we don't win,
I've heard a lot of rumors.
where's he
The
go play
fact that
next?
that's what
Denver?
excites you, Greg,
that's
just proves how much of a
weird.
hater you are.
That
Like
was
you
weird.
just got
This guy
so
hates
excited
Philadelphia
about
sports.
that
Yeah,
prospect.
you're right.
Philadelphia
You're right. I am
sports.
excited
That's-
because
that's
if Mikal
ridiculous,
Bridges,
dude.
if Mikal Bridges
Oh
is the
my
guy that
God.
knocks the Sixers out,
Well, that's not
that
going to
is
happen.
so poetic justice-y. It's unbelievable.
But the fact
Because
that you're
out-
excited
they
and you want it to
outthought
happen.
themselves because you had a chance to take a guy who could contribute right away, and you outthought yourself as a franchise because you're the smartest people in the room, and that's what you
Didn't
ended
that
up with.
pick-
And you
It's a
got
bad
Zaire
move.
Smith.
It's a
and an
bad
extra
move.
pick.
Didn't that
Every
trade
team
also
you
turn
get
into
bad
getting
moves.
like Jimmy Butler and stuff though? Isn't there
Who
more
did
to
we
that?
get again?
How'd that work out?
We ended up getting Jimmy Butler or Tobias Harris in that sort of ordeal.
Oh, listen, this is not a Sixers podcast. We could go on for days.
But it's more than just
Go
the
listen
listen to
head-to-head
the Ricky
trade.
Rubio one.
It was
I
more about
understand that, Mike, but you traded away a kid who was the perfect fit 3-and-D guy that you needed for a guy who could potentially be the next Kawhi Leonard.
Was it a very dumb pick? Yes.
Yeah,
Or
it was
choice?
unbelievably dumb.
Is he still on the Memphis Heat?
I don't know. I don't know where
You know what else was a dumb pick? Was the friggin' Danny Watkins draft pick. Like, we got them all up and down everywhere. These
The
things.
Eagles firefighter?
I'm
Yeah, the
allowed to
Eagles
be frustrated
firefighter.
with my team.
Anthony Bennett
I'm
was
allowed
the
to be
first
frustrated
overall
with
pick.
them. I don't
Moral of the
understand.
story. I think
It's not the fact that you're frustrated.
Greg
It's
being
you got
happy if
so
the Sixers
excited.
lose and the Philadelphia sports losing.
It's not
He
happy.
wants the
It's not
Philadelphia-
happy.
He hates Philadelphia.
You just said,
Yeah.
you just said this, Greg. This is how you looked when you did it. Everybody check YouTube. He went, "Oh my god, the poetic justice
It is.
would be
That,
so
that would
great."
be poetic justice. It doesn't mean I'll be happy about it. Do you think I'd be happy about
That
it? That's
reaction
insane.
that you
we need
gave
to get
looked
picks
really
going.
happy.
We still have 2 sports to go. I need more NBA picks. Mike,
All
give me
right,
some.
all right.
Greg
Sorry.
also said poetic justice-y, and I don't think that's a word.
I think I misspoke there. Mike,
The
please.
Justice League.
Yeah, I'll take the Knicks plus 5.5, minus 110 against the Cavs. I think they might be able to even win that game outright.
I'm on that pick as well. The Knicks
I think
plus
that'll be a good
5.5,
series.
minus 110. I think it's going to be a fun, close one. Mike or Mark?
I'm going to take the Celtics. This was almost my lock, -9 against the Hawks. Was actually surprised by the Hawks beating the Heat, but I guess that's what happens in these weird play-in games. I thought the Celtics were going to have a tough series against the Heat and Jimmy because they did last year, but I think they're going to storm and roll through the Hawks easy sweep.
I think the Hawks keep the first game close because they're going to ride a little bit of momentum, taking them +9, minus 110 on Bovada. But I could certainly see, Mark, with the way that I pick, that the Celtics win by 30. And I'm just terrible. Matt?
Do you know Mo Alley Cox and Fred
Oh my
Van
gosh.
Vliet played together at VCU? But I'm taking I'm taking Grizzlies minus 165 over the Lakers, and I think there's going to be a fight. There's going to be a fight that breaks out in this matchup.
Will it be Shannon Sharp?
It'll be Shannon Sharp versus Dylan Brooks. He's on that team, right?
Yes.
So yeah, Shannon Sharp versus Dylan
Morant's
Brooks.
dad.
They almost fought earlier in the year.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. There's animosity. There's going to be some tension in this one. Is the NBA a 4-game series for every round?
Well, 7.
Yes.
Yeah, it's no longer
Okay,
the
so
5.
7-game series? Okay.
Yes.
When did that
All right.
change? Like 15 years ago, I guess?
I think that was in the Scotiabank era.
I don't know if it was that long ago, but it's definitely been a while. The
Well, I know-
5-game series were always crazy.
Yeah, 01 was still 5-1, a 5-game series.
When we
Yeah.
beat the Bulls,
Yeah.
it was 5-1.
No,
No,
it was,
when we beat the
5-game
Bulls, it was
series.
a 4-game
it
series.
was, it was
Or
7.
we
because
won 4.
it went to game 7.
Yeah.
No, it didn't.
No, I don't think it
I don't know if it went to
game
game 7,
against the
but
Bulls.
we
I think
beat
No,
them in 4
sorry. The second round against the
I think we put them in
Celtics.
5.
The second round against the Celtics went 7. My
Yeah, and
apologies.
Rajon Rondo
Derek-
had 3 threes in the last 2 minutes of game 7.
Derrick
Rajon?
Rose tore his ACL in the first game of the first series.
Yeah.
what it
That's
was.
the
Noah
only reason the
also was
Sixers
hurt.
won.
Yes.
Correct.
Joakim?
Joakim.
I'm on the Warriors minus 105. Speaking of Sixers greats, Andre Iguodala, even though I think he's out for the year. I'm also on the Lakers plus 140 in that matchup against Memphis. Memphis missing a lot of pieces. That worries me. Mike?
I'm double dipping on the Kings there. I think everybody's betting the Warriors. I think they're the favorite to win the series or whatever. I'm on the Kings minus 1, minus
Huge
110,
favorite.
and Kings minus 115. Yeah, I think the Kings are getting
I'm also going to do that. I'm also double dipping on that. They're like the biggest favorite over a 3 seed, I think, in NBA history. It's like minus 280 or something for the Warriors to win the
It's
series.
not the same team as
275.
last year.
That's kind of ridiculous, actually, for the series. The Kings have been very good all year, and the
Yeah.
Warriors stink on the road.
The Harrison
That's tough.
Barnes revenge series, dude. No one
Give
me
no
the
one
King-
remembers?
Give me the Kings plus 225 on the NFL playoff series prices.
Kings series plus 225.
Did you
anything
did you
else,
guys see the
Matt?
guy that won like 200,000 betting on the Kings to win the division?
That's crazy.
That's a hell of a bet.
It is a hell of a bet.
Anything else, Matt, real quick in basketball so we can move on?
Yeah, I got a parlay.
Okay.
So, Kings to win the series. I'll take a picture of it. Kings to win the series, Knicks to win the series, Sixers to win the series, Celtics to win the series, Grizzlies to win the series. Oh, why is it not letting me parlay?
I don't
this?
think you're
It
allowed
did
to
it
parlay
2 seconds
series
ago.
winners, or maybe not.
Yeah,
Maybe
okay.
not that many.
It's not letting me go to 5, so I'll just leave out the Grizzlies, which makes it plus 10,003.
Plus 10,003. Okay. We'll see how that goes. Mark, anything else?
Nope, I'm done in basketball.
Mike?
Final pick: Clippers, Suns over 226.5 minus 110. That's going to be a fun one. A lot of star power in that series.
I'm on the Suns -7 in game 1, minus 110 on that. Let's go to the UFC. My gosh. Very quickly, Matt, anything in the UFC?
Haven't even looked yet.
All right, Mike.
Yeah, I'll start with Jocelyn Edwards plus 115.
Jocelyn Edwards plus 115. Yep. Speaking of fights in the women's divisions, my lock of the week, Jillian Anderson minus
Robertson.
125. Robertson. Anderson. Jillian Anderson, isn't that like an actress, I think?
You're thinking of You're thinking of Julia Roberts.
No, I'm not. Jillian Robertson minus 125. I'm also on Lando Venata minus 105 on Bovada. I bet on it every time.
He's plus 105 now. Mark, I don't know if that's switched.
He's plus 105, so it's moved. Mark, anything in the UFC?
Yeah, I'm going to take all these straight and then also parlay them together. But I'm taking Lucy Pudilova minus 140. I'm taking Jillian Robertson minus 125. And I'm going to take Bruna Brazil minus 165. What a name.
That's a good name.
That parlay comes back at 396.
And her nickname's the special one. I like the whole name over there for
her. So Mark, what was her individual and then what was the parlay?
165 for Bruna and 396.
Plus 396.
Yeah,
Mike, anything else?
369.
Yeah, I'm actually on Pierre Rodriguez against Jillian Robertson. Plus 105.
How dare you?
I think Pierre is going to knock her out. I don't think.
Well, the good thing is
keep her down.
You have a great track record in women's fights and your locks.
This is not a lock, though. I didn't say lock.
That's a good point.
I didn't say lock.
That's true. You did not.
Lock. I didn't say it.
Matt, anything else in the NBA or the UFC?
Ed Herman plus 180 over Zach Cummings.
Ed Herman still in the UFC after all these years. That's unbelievable. I'm on Bill Algeo, King of Precious Finest, minus 200. Against Billy.
I'm surprised you're betting on him.
No.
Against Billy King?
He's fighting TJ
No, it's
Brown.
not
TJ Brown. It's TJ Brown.
I'm surprised you're betting on him. You were just slandering, what's his name, last week, another Philly guy.
No, that's because I picked against Joe Pyfer. That was a bad pick. What do you want me to do? Mike, anything, or Matt, anything else in the UFC?
Yeah, I'm taking back my pick. Zach Cummings. I just look at pictures of these guys. Zach Cummings is going to win that fight. So I'm going to take. There's no knockout. All right. I'm taking. Will the fight go the distance? No, plus 130 because Zach Cummings is going to knock him out. Take Herman off my list.
Okay.
And throw Cummings on my list.
Fight to not go the distance.
Minus 220.
Fight to not go the distance.
Plus 130. And then minus 220 is Zach Cummings.
Minus 220.
Capybara.
Anything else, Matt or Mike?
I have a parlay that
I'm
includes the main event.
Mark, are you good in the UFC then with your parlay?
I'm good. Thank you for asking.
And I have Tanner Boser plus 110 and Edson Barboza plus 149. Mike, give me your stuff.
Yeah, my parlay is going to include Bruno Brazil minus 165. I won them all straight. Bill Algio minus 200. Chris Gutierrez minus 210. And then, should I go to the main events, the final leg?
Main event, Max Holloway versus Arnold Allen. Potential passing of the torch here, but Holloway still a pretty heavy favorite on Bovada, minus 185.
I do have Holloway minus 185. It could be a pass of the torch. I don't think so. I think Holloway's still better than everybody but Volkanovski. So, yeah, minus 185 there.
Even though I think he beat him in 2 of the 3 fights, but okay.
It is close. Plus 448, though, is the parlay of those 4.
Gutierrez, Holloway, plus 448. All right, we good in the UFC?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Then let's go to the RBC Heritage Classic. I don't know. It's golf. We're back with golf. It's such a letdown after the Masters, Mark. Don't you agree?
Yeah, and I always feel bad that the RBC Heritage has this week as their week because, you got people dropping out nonstop. Like Rory dropped out.
Didn't they make it
Shout
an
out John
elevated
Rahm.
event this time, though? So, like, it's,
I mean, they should. It's a great golf
I know, I
course.
think they
it's
did.
a great place.
I think it's like a higher
But-
elevated event to try to get more people to play. But Rory
I
did
mean, they
drop
got
out.
Scotty and John Ram there, and John Rahm, Morikawa, Spieth. They got a lot of names there this week, so I guess you're probably right.
Yeah, I think
probably
they made
did
it.
elevate
They
it.
did like those elevated events they added this year, and I think this was one of them.
Well, that's sweet. And then
I
Rory,
was-
the
I
face of
was-
PGA is
Yeah.
not there.
Yeah.
I was surprised to see Scheffler there when I was looking through the list of odds. So
I mean, this is
Good for
typically
them.
like a tournament like a Keith Mitchell would win. Like this is like you look at the history of winners, and it's like it's the most vanilla list of golfers you've ever seen. It's probably all of their only wins. Like it's bad.
it's those guys you always see like T48 normally or like
Yeah.
T37. But they this is the one they get done. You got anything in this one, Mark?
Yeah, I was actually going to go look at the winners, but yeah, I'm going to
Oh,
take
sorry.
I'm going to take Scotty Scheffler or John Rahm 2 chances to win plus 350. I mean, best golfers, they both are there. So one's playing phenomenal, so I'll take those odds.
Plus 350.
Yep.
All right, Mike, what do you got?
I got Justin Thomas top 20 minus 120.
Ooh,
He didn't
feels
make the
low.
cut last week. He didn't make the cut last week, but
But he's a sicko. He loves golf. He's a sicko.
he didn't make the cut last week. But Spieth did the same thing last year. Didn't make the cut and then won. So I also have Justin Thomas to win it plus
All right,
plus
ready? Listen
2200
to
on
this.
my card.
Ready? Listen to this
All right.
list of winners from 2008 on, or 7, because Boo Weekly won in 07 and 08.
Why do you
Don't-
keep Boo? What is he scaring you?
Yeah, I don't know. Boo Weekly. Then you got Brian Gay in
No, stop
09.
calling him Boo. Bo Weekly.
It's BOO. Maybe
No,
they
it's
misspoke.
It's pronounced Bo.
I've never heard of Boo Weekly, so I'm going to keep calling him Boo Weekly.
You ever heard of Boo Radley?
I was just
Bo
gonna say
Radley.
Boo Radley.
So then you got Brian Gay in 09, Jim Furyk in 2010, heard of him, Brant Snedeker in 11, Carl Peterson, who? Graham McDowell.
Carl Peterson, great golfer.
Graham McDowell, he at least won a major. Matt Kuchar, Jim Furyk again, Brandon Grace, Wesley Bryan, Satoshi Kodara, Pan Cheng Seong, Webb Simpson, and Stuart Sink. Like, who are half of those people? I've never heard of any
Golfers.
of them.
Sounds like they're
I
all
mean,
golf.
clearly,
Golfers
They're all-
/ accountants that made the tour.
I mean, they all won $1 million, so good for them. But like, who are these guys? What the hell is going
You
on?
said Carl Peterson, and for some reason I thought that was the name of the dude from Jimmy Neutron. It's not.
Weezer.
It is most certainly Carl
It is
Weezer,
Carl
not Carl Peterson. Oh,
But I
Matt,
got
what do you
one.
have?
First round special. Any player to have 18 consecutive pars plus 6,600. It could
Any-
happen.
Absolutely.
18 consecutive pars.
This is a
Plus
very
what?
mid tournament, so it's going to be a lot of mid golf scores for pros. So we're going to have someone's just going to go completely mid and par every single hole.
Plus 6,600.
Yes.
You know what? When you were saying it, it sounded a lot more like that seems like easy. There's so you get all pars, but no, people definitely have birdies and bogeys, and I'm a dumb person.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was gonna think you gotta like look. You gotta look real hard to find if somebody did it. You just gotta look whoever has even, and then
Yeah.
it's not
Dumb-
not that
dumb
hard.
guys we are.
Wow,
Even?
this
Oh,
is
that
bad.
guy's got a bogey and a birdie.
First of all, not we. Not dumb guys, we
Just
are.
put me again.
You can't just lump us in when you throw out an idea.
I was lumping me and Greg.
Greg loves to do that. He lumps everybody in as soon as he
that's-
thinks of
That's
something.
I'm the guy that lumps people into bad ideas.
I mean,
I'm
you
on
you lump someone else in with me all the time.
I've never. You'd be the biggest.
He's a more diehard Sixers fan than you are.
And Tiger Woods. Well, to be fair, they were both at the banner raising. They were both at the banner raising.
False. I was not at the banner
They
raising.
both took pictures with T.J. McConnell.
They
That's-
both were at the Ricky Rubio.
Why wouldn't I take a picture with TJ McConnell? Why? What is wrong with that?
I'm just saying you were both at the same event. Big Sixers fans.
One time.
So at the banner
One
raise.
Never.
No,
I have a banner raising. Shut up.
I have a couple top 20s.
Justice for Ricky Rubio.
Tony Finau top 20 even
Look how
money.
cool
Max
this is.
Homa top 20 even money, and Shoffley top 20 minus 110. What is that?
It's a bubble maker.
Groot. It's Groot, right?
I don't- Oh,
It is Groot. I am Groot. It says it right there.
okay, I can't read that.
Probably got to stop the music.
I mean,
I feel like
yeah,
he should be shaking his hips.
yeah, I feel like it too. I think he is, but we can't really tell. Matt,
Well, you can't-
anything?
no, it's a toy for my kids.
Oh, okay.
And for me.
And bubbles. There's just bubbles in the background now. Matt, anything else in golf?
First round bogey free, Scotty
Bogey
Scheffler.
fee. You got to pay every time you get a bogey.
Yeah, so bogey free, Scotty Scheffler.
What are the odds?
Ah, shoot.
Go pick.
I mean, I know,
Plus
I know,
900.
I know Bovada has them listed. Plus 900.
Yes.
All right, Mark, your next one in golf.
I'm going to take Sahith Theegala outright. I feel like this is a tournament he can win. He needs a tournament win. Almost got one in Arizona.
He played Unreal on
But,
Sunday too.
He
He was
did.
unbelievable.
He was incredible. Great chip in on 16. I'll take him plus 5,000.
Plus 5,000. Mike, your next one in golf.
That's it. I only had those Justin Thomas picks.
Wow. Okay.
Nothing crazy. This week.
I have JJ Spawn top 40 plus 120. Webb Simpson to miss the cut, even money. Ricky Fowler to miss the cut plus 160, and Adam Scott to make the cut minus 140.
How many golf picks
Anything
you
else in
have
golf?
this week?
Wait,
you have
I
enough
forgot
for
the
me.
NBA. To be fair, I forgot the NBA playoffs were starting, so I was adding a ton of picks, and then I added 7 NBA picks while we were doing the show.
Makes sense.
So, Matt, anything else in golf?
Yeah, so I actually have my lock of the week. So top 40 finish, I'm going Max Homa minus 225 for a top 40 finish because this is a generic guy tournament, and I think this lock's going to hit. So a generic dude will win. A generic dude's going to do good. Max Homa's generic, and he'll do fine.
You're
Max
0-1.
225 minus 225.
You're 0-1 and over minus 200s. You're going with another minus 200 in back-to-back weeks.
Yeah, and give me Max Homa even money to finish in top 20.
I'll say it right now. This loses. We're removing the asterisks. No argument.
Mm-hmm.
You can't because the asterisks where the loss was. So it'd be 7-1 and 1 in asterisks.
No, we're going to move that record to the 2. It'll be 7 and 2.
Okay, so it's just 7-1.
Dude,
No,
Mark, do you have any more? Do you have any more golf picks?
No, let's just get to the challenge.
All right, the challenge it is. Matt, you're in dead last. I'll let you go first.
All right. So it's going to be a generic guy because that's what we've deemed it. So we are going with the most generic of it all. Give me Matt Fitzpatrick plus 3,000.
Matt Fitzpatrick.
And on the card.
Matt, major winner.
Major wiener, I agree.
Major wiener.
Mike, I'm assuming Justin Thomas is your pick.
It sucks. Will Zalatoris talking about that major out the rest of the year. Won't be able to bet him the rest of this year.
That's a bummer. I hope he gets better.
Yeah.
He's fun to watch in those majors.
Yep.
Mike or Mark, anything else in
Yeah, I'm going to
or
take
your challenge pick?
I'm going to take Sam Burns as my challenge pick. I'm going to add him to the card. He's been playing well. He won the Dell match play. He had a rough Sunday, but I like him.
Odds?
Plus 3,500.
Plus 3,500. And on the card, I'm taking Tony Finau plus 3,000, and he's also on my card at plus 3,000. Fellas, glad to have everybody back. Fun episode. We figured out if fish make noises. Interesting. If you watch the video, youtube.com/theunderdog. Follow the Twitter. Let's go Sixers. Let's go Phils, for God's sakes. And one time, just win something. Let's go win some bets.